Good afternoon, Ula. Thank you
Good
very much for
afternoon.
joining us today. My first question to you is, what do you like about your work?
About my work, what do I like? Would you believe me if I said almost everything? And what do I mean by that? I, for the last 5 years, I wanted to be in the role of customer success manager, also known as an acronym CSM. And ultimately, it is an account management role. So, relationship managing, making sure that the customers are being taken care of, that they know how to use the tools or systems that company that you're representing have, and that you make sure that at the end of sort of the time, because it's usually for software and renewals, that they are ready to continue with their engagement with you. And that can only be done if, first of all, the system works and works for them. Second of all, if they're even aware, what is the functionality and how they can use it. And that is your bit. You have to make sure that the customer is aware of that. So you need to maintain that conversation and keep it going. And if there's no engagement that you're getting, well, everything is in your hands. So you're calling, you're emailing as many times as you need in order to get to the right person who's in charge of that tool, to make sure that, first of all, you get them onboarded so they start using the tool after they're being given to the operations, or you as a customer success manager from the sales after the sale have been made. And then you take care of them, nourish them throughout the period that they purchase the subscriptions usually, and make sure that then it's just an easy question. So we're ready to renew? And the answer is yes, please, instead of, I'm not really sure. We haven't used the system that much. So it's all in the CSM hands. And that's what I really like doing, making sure that nobody have to work hard and struggle with the question, no, we're not sure we're going to be renewing. So that's what I always for the last at least 5 years I've been focused on.
Lovely. And how did you start out?
So my background is in program management, project management, and learning and development in the big IT company. And because, and I must admit, it was my manager who made me aware that one of my core strengths, talents, something that I really took for granted, and I thought, nothing of it, the connecting either people or things, or making sure that different pieces of the puzzle are together, that I can actually use it in making sure that if we are having a customer that took the system, that I will do everything in my power to make sure that they're going to benefit from it and they're going to see the return on investment. Because if I'm passionate, and I hate using that word, I must admit, but I really enjoy and thrive when I see people using the investment that they've made to their advantage, because that's the reason I want to be able to help people, not just sell stuff that they don't need. So when I was program managing, I was also told that with people skills that I have, maybe I should try myself in sales. So I started with business development, which I really enjoyed, but there was always this element of, okay, first bit, the making the connection and make sure that people are aware. So promotion, and if you were to look at my LinkedIn profile, you would see me exactly doing this. So promoting people, promoting ideas, commenting on other people's posts and saying, oh, actually, I don't know, Daniela, I think you should speak to Steve, because look, you're both interested in the same thing. Or he started this project whilst you're already finishing something similar. There's many, common themes, and I do believe that you'll enjoy speaking to each other. So therefore, somebody in the past referred to me as Ula Super Connector, and it's sort of stuck. But I must admit, it took me a few years to actually own it, really, really own it. So that relationship management, it was always as well something that I was doing, but I sort of dip in and out from things. I mean, I cannot focus only on one thing. Also was told in the past that, which I really, really wasn't aware of, although I was reading Forbes when I was 14, apparently, that I've got entrepreneurial spirit, and I didn't know what that means until somebody said, Ula, that just means that you start lots of things and you don't finish any, or that you start lots of things and then find the team, because that's what I usually do, team of people or people who also wants to do it and see it to fruition, and you make sure that the team finishes the job. So the project that you started is completed. And that's exactly how it works. I set up junior Bracknell parkrun because I didn't want to go to Reading, because I used to live in Reading with my children to run it. And are you familiar with parkrun, by the way? Because it's
I am, yes. Yeah, thank you.
yes. So but I wanted to make it happen. So I put the team together, obtain funding and etc. And then was supporting the team for a year, and then withdrew myself from it because I've got yet another project on the go. So that's useful.
And finally, then, what would you say to someone starting out today? That what lesson could you pass on? Do you think?
So this is the best part. So I started officially in the CSM job just 3 weeks ago. So now I can officially say, hey, I'm a customer success manager. I made it happen. It only took me 5 years, but as long as you have, first thirst for something, then you surround yourself with people who are already doing it. So you could learn, ask them for directions, guidance, and you've got enough persistence, shall I say, and not be easily let down by rejection, because of course this will come as well. Then you're set up for success. So for anyone who wants to start as customer success manager, if you are a female, so admittedly, there is, because this is, I'm a woman, so it's just something that I see more often now. A friend of mine has set up podcast for women in customer success. And recently another, one lady in America and one in London, Laura, and I've got her name, but it will come, have created a global community of women working in customer success. And they set up a website, www.womenincustomersuccess.com. I think I'll follow up with the resources.
We can link it in the description below.
Exactly. And then, initiatives like you, Tom, and Paul are doing, you cannot be what you cannot see. People on work, raising awareness of what jobs are there, and go on LinkedIn, put customer success manager or account manager, because they are still sort of intertwined or exchangeable, and find people local to you who are in that role, and just connect with them. People are people. I mean, maybe don't necessarily reach out directly to the CSM manager of manager, because that might be a bit hard and they won't have time for you. But ultimately, if you just ask, what else, what do you have to lose? The worst that can happen is that you hear no, but if you don't ask, that's no straight away, isn't it?